Amis, c'est l'heure de la jeunesse. Suivons la voie de la sagesse qui nous appelle, qui nous invite à l'union. C'est la voie de la nation.
Fellow Cameroonians, I'm Jacques Bouhga Hagbe, a Cameroonian economist and candidate in the upcoming presidential election in October 2025 in Cameroon. In this video message, I continue to tell you about my proposals on the policy that I will implement in the field of sports. The law will reaffirm the role of the National Institute of Youth and Sports, or INGS, as the Cameroonian institution for training sports coaches and other sports education instructors. Given the vast and urgent needs, the material resources of this institution will be continuously increased and modernized. Its performance and productivity will be measured by the number and quality of coaches who graduate from it. Young people admitted to the INGS sports training and education centers will also undergo military training that will instill in them a sense of discipline and patriotism. At the end of their careers, these athletes may join the ranks of the Cameroonian army if they wish and if they have not been sanctioned during their sporting career by the Cameroonian government. The INGS sports coach training schools will be open to all potential talents capable of proving themselves. Aside from former national team players who will be automatically admitted to these schools if they so wish, and if they have not been subject to sanctions that would have barred them from accessing them, entry to the INGS sports coach training schools will be by competitive examination, as is the case for other state schools. Since the profession of sports coach and that of athlete are not the same, the competitive exams for these schools will also be open to people who are not or have never been athletes. It will simply be necessary to prove that one can perform the job of a sports coach by passing the relevant competitive exam. Those admitted to the INGS sports coach training schools will also undergo military training, which will instill in them a sense of discipline and patriotism. To liven up the Cameroonian championships, the state will have to establish its own teams in each sport. In certain sports where talent is plentiful, the state could establish several teams. All state teams will also be managed by the INGS and coached by national team coaches and coaches undergoing training at the INGS. The main objective of these state teams will be to provide young Cameroonian talents with the training that will allow them to move from a natural level of play to a skilled level of play, as well as the experience and visibility they will need to take off on their own. Consequently, state teams will not be able to recruit players from other teams. All their players will have to graduate from the INGS training centers. Furthermore, they will not be able to use a player for more than 2 years. Consequently, their players will be under contract for a maximum of 2 years, non-renewable. After 2 years, they will have to be sold to other teams in the Cameroonian Championship. Cameroon will also have to establish national reserve teams, or B teams, consisting primarily of local players and available players playing abroad. Cameroonian national team coaches will therefore have to reside full-time in Cameroon and manage these teams during periods when they are not in charge of the national teams. These coaches will also be required to teach courses in their area of expertise at the INGS and manage INGS training centers. They will be graded like all other teachers. These requirements will also be included in their contracts. The B teams will therefore have to train frequently and play friendly matches against clubs from the Cameroonian and foreign championships, as well as other national teams. The schedule of their friendly matches will be published a year in advance, along with the state budget, because the preparation of Cameroon's national teams will be as important as other state projects. National sports federations will remain responsible for organizing and managing official sports tournaments and national teams in their respective fields. They will also have to develop strategies to attract spectators to stadiums and position Cameroonian championships among the world's leading sports championships. As you can see, our country can recover very quickly. Do not be discouraged. Register to vote and do everything you can to vote in October. Join the Cameroon Movement on his website, cameroonmovement.net, and let us lead the fight for change in peace, but with determination. Your financial support remains crucial. It consists of making donations to the Cameroon Movement through the means available on his website. We will need a lot of money to mobilize the Cameroonian people and monitor their vote for the liberation of Cameroon. Do not be afraid. Our only true political party is Cameroon. Do not be afraid. Long live free Cameroon. Long live free Africa. Thank you for your kind attention.
C'est la voix de la